So you gonna help me do the oil change later?
Yeah, right. Me actually do
I know.
something. My hands would get dirty.
Ew, I got a little bit of dirt on me.
Uh-oh.
This is the Block Party of Minecraft podcast, episode 162. We're your host, Bearded Sloth.
And little C.
Get all our info at theblockpartymc.com.
Now let's get the block party started.
Yay!
Woo!
Just a reminder that intro music comes from John Derry 270, YouTube channel, Castlegate Studios. Check it out.
And I think some of his music's available on other platforms.
Yeah, I think he's
posted
now on
our
Spotify
Discord.
or something.
So you should check out on our Discord.
That's really
he posted his
awesome.
music. It's awesome.
So I'm honored he made that for us. I think it's really cool. I'm ready to talk about Minecraft. Are you ready to talk about Minecraft?
I'm always ready to talk about Minecraft.
I can talk about Minecraft all the time. I love it. Like, sometimes you might just randomly, run into somebody.
You
Usually
shouldn't run
it's-
into people. That's not nice.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I should rethink that.
Yeah.
But they might start talking about Minecraft. And when that happens, my face just lights up. I get this huge smile. Somebody else likes Minecraft.
It's funny
In
how
real life, right?
impactful Minecraft is. I was talking to someone who I met at doing sound for a wedding, and he was the videographer, and we were just talking before the event started, and just talking about gaming in general, and how he played Minecraft when he was growing up, and he's a lot older than me, and how I play Minecraft, and how he sometimes goes back in Minecraft. It's so impactful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone plays Minecraft.
Yeah, I love it.
Or has
it's
played
like
Minecraft.
a world phenomenon, really.
I mean, it's the best-selling game.
I agree.
And probably has a bigger impact on more people than any other game as well.
And it brings
It's so
all
cultural.
different types of people in.
You
Because
can
you
be-
have the designing type people, the
Mhm.
creative people, and you also have the analytical, mathematical type of people.
It doesn't
and
matter
we can
what
come together.
kind of things you have or whatever, or anything, like beliefs or anything. Minecraft.
Right.
Like, if you don't like Call of Duty or certain games, I think the second best selling game's like GTA or something. Not everyone's going to play that,
Right.
but everyone can play Minecraft. It's a very wide audience, but it's not just kids. Like, it's not just a kids game. I'd argue it's more of an adult game because Minecraft's very in-depth, like, when you think about it. But also,
Absolutely.
it can be really simple.
Yeah,
Anyone can
I
play
get
it.
frustrated because I run into this sometimes. Adults that just maybe never played it or just don't play video games or whatever.
Or they've heard about Minecraft,
And
but
they
only from
say-
kids playing it.
Yeah, exactly. And they think it's just some weird kids game. There's so much more to it. And
The Warden is a
Even-
horror movie.
even like you, when you were a young kid playing it, you're growing up. You're becoming a man. You still are enjoying Minecraft because it's that good of a game that can span across all generations.
Because there's
I think
so many.
older people actually like it more
Yes.
than kids most of the time. Kids usually seem to get bored with it kind of quickly.
Mhm.
Whereas the adults stick with it, and they'll stay on one world for a long time kind of thing.
And sticking with stuff, guess what? We have some comments of the week. We got to stick with that segment.
All right, go ahead.
Our first one comes from Froggies. I recently made a Google script that tracks people's IP addresses. It took me so long, and it's so pointless, as it only can track the creator's IP address.
Okay.
This sounds like the most overkill way to get a solution to a problem.
Right?
Person needs to know IP address.
I just
Make
go to
script.
Google and say, what is my IP?
Yeah, just go into like command prompt or whatever, and there's a thing you type, and boom.
Were we talking about this on an earlier show or something? I'm trying to figure out where
I
the
think we
comment
were
came
talking something
from. Okay.
IP with our Minecraft server stuff having to.
Right,
do
and
it.
there is a lot to that. We have a Minecraft server running on our Nook right now, and I'm hesitant to make a server on there. For one, you don't want to have to be responsible for it.
When it goes down,
When
I
it
don't want
goes
it to
down,
be our problem.
Right.
I don't want to wake up at 3 a.m. and have to go fix a Minecraft server.
Yeah, it wouldn't, I don't know. I'd treat it differently. But also, I don't necessarily want to give out my IP address.
Yeah.
And there's ways around that. Like, you can do other things with it and whatnot. But I think that's what stemmed this conversation. But yeah, just if you need to know your IP address, just
Although it can be a fun project to make
It is.
Totally
yeah. I love
useless
that kind of stuff. Just like I like doing math problems for no apparent reason.
See, now that's psychopathic.
It might be. You might be onto something there, little C. All right, moving on. John Derry. Ooh, this isn't Minecraft related here, so yay,
Ooh.
that's what comments of the week are supposed to be. You can mention stuff that we've mentioned on the show, though. John Derry says, I just joined Jericho SMP Season 5. Welcome in, welcome in.
Welcome back without the back.
Exactly. And I am really excited. I was a little nervous, though, because near spawn, it was so laggy. I was getting only like 3 FPS. I moved further away, though, and it wasn't a problem then, so I'm good.
Don't feel bad. My 3080 Ti lags at Shopping District and Spawn. There's
we
one
are
store.
always so intense, and we do so much at spawn.
Well, it's because we pack everything
every
on top,
season.
layered and layered.
Yeah.
It's awesome,
There's
though.
things that go all the way to the bottom at spawn.
And all the way to the top.
Way up high. There's a lot going on. There's chickens
And it always keeps
eggs.
adding. It always keeps. And the one store that has a lot of chickens and eggs.
Yeah. And
with
depending
the
on
chickens,
the device you're playing on makes a huge difference. I can go to spawn no problem.
Well, I can go to spawn. I can't go to one shop without losing tons of frames. Like I'll go down to 30
Is that
frames.
where the eggs are?
It's where the chickens are and the
okay.
eggs. Hey, you know who you are, chicken egg person.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably just go help her fix that.
I'm just gonna send her the show. She's going to know.
Yeah, she needs
the
to know. We'll
chickens and
just
the
cut
eggs.
this part of that out. So I'm calling you out. You need to do something about that. And by the way, I think she's a leader in Jericho.
It's always
the
the leadership of Jericho
I
causing
know it.
lag.
It's because they're so good, though.
No, it's because
they are great players.
It's because we like to see how far we can get the server to go.
And you've been, John Derry, I do want to say welcome. Seriously, it's awesome to have you. I know we met right here on the block party. That's kind of the way you found out about us and everything. And it's awesome. So welcome in. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope that lag wasn't like crazy once you got away and you're good now. But let me know if it's crazy. There's only so much I can do. It's not necessarily the server itself. It's how the game runs.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is device related.
Now, when you're playing on a lower end device, I wouldn't suggest going to my base.
I
have.
Yeah, and I wouldn't actually suggest playing on Jericho if you are on a complete lower device.
I mean, you can. Just be careful.
Right.
I mean, my base isn't too bad. Back in the day, my super smelters, my 64 furnace, the little C 64 furnace super smelter used to lag all the time on Jericho and stuff at my old bases. It hasn't this season. It hasn't been super laggy, so they fixed that, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's getting a lot better than it used to. Season 2 was pretty bad.
I just mean
for a while, but
the game.
Yeah.
I don't think furnaces are as laggy, so my 64 furnace one's not as bad.
Right. That's good. I think they fixed was it item frames or chests or something like that recently. I have a ton of
item frames and chests too.
So that helps because I always do the massive sorter, which I have actually been playing this week. We'll talk about that.
Glow signs also lag, and I use plenty of those.
And glow sign, glow signs, glow.
Imagine they're everywhere at shops.
Item frames, yeah, that might be part of it too.
It's not glow item frames, just signs.
Just the signs.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. John Derry is on our live chat today, so welcome in. He says, I'm getting like 60 FPS at my house now.
That seems inaccurate.
Yep.
Compared to shops, compared to base.
That's pretty good. So you should be good. And like I said, it's not the server itself. A lot of people want to blame the server. It's really not. The world size is getting up there now.
But that doesn't even affect it that much.
No, not
also,
too bad.
Also, if the world size went up like a gig in the past week, it's probably my fault because maps.
There are certain people that go way out.
Not even going far, just making maps.
I know you've been doing a major project there, which is awesome. All right, moving on.
Our next comment is from Kangamar. You were recently chatting about Minecraft being awful to play on a Switch. I've only had good experiences, but we generally don't build anything that will create lag. I know this can be an issue, and also it is much easier to use realms than servers on the Switch, so that may also affect your opinion. I will happily play Minecraft on Switch or PC.
So I love the idea of being able to play Minecraft on a Switch.
I have nothing against Switch Minecraft. I
Me
just
neither.
have heard it's very. I've never played it myself, but I've
Right.
heard it's laggy.
Yeah, me neither. Never played it. I've heard it, but we're hearing that from a lot of people that are also playing on Jericho.
Yeah.
So that's going to affect it. And that is a server, like you said. There might be something to that, the way they have to connect, because it's not native. There might be some lag issue there too.
I doubt it. Not the kind of lag.
Okay. But you never know with that stuff. And I don't mean to like be mean to the Switch and
No,
use
Switches
Switch
are
players.
awesome.
I think Switches are absolutely amazing. I just know you can have an even better experience, even with the lag type builds,
Mm-hmm.
on something like a PC, right? And that's kind of more of our point, I would say.
And Realms are great if you
Realms
play on
are,
consoles.
and they're getting better and
They're
better.
easier.
Yep, absolutely.
It's
Less
just
control for the owner.
for if you have a Jericho type thing, it's less optimal. But if you have a single player world and you just have it on Realms so you can play it on any device, that's how you do it.
That's amazing. I'm kind of doing that on the Nook. I think that's kind of what I'm going to do. You can have multiple worlds playing at the same time, by the way. So I might have a couple servers running on it and we could make our own kind of thing. What do you think of that, little C?
Why? We have Jericho. Mister, you've always been like, oh, just play Jericho. And now you're like, I want a single player world.
I'm just thinking both. I don't know. I just like playing with the Nook, honestly, and seeing what I can do with it. That's more of the fun. I like the back end side of stuff. All right. Thank you for all those comments. We really appreciate them. Make sure you get them in every week. We need them because what else are we going to talk about? You all are way more exciting than I am. So get them in. Discord, that's the easiest. Join our Discord. Or you can email us, contact at theblockpartymc.com. You can find all that info at theblockpartymc.com. Little C, you're rolling your eyes over here because I got to get my
What?
little plugs in there for the show.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay. It
Why?
seemed like you get annoyed when I do that. Got to get the plugs in. And you can't tell the listeners that you're putting the plugs in.
I'm putting earplugs in if you don't shut
Right, exactly. All right, let's talk about Minecraft some more. Little C, what do you want to talk about?
So I finished the giant map art project that I was doing that
Yay!
took 16,000 plus blocks and then another 16,000 plus carpet.
That's amazing.
That was a lot. And now it's for sale.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
It's a album cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're a Jericho member and you want one, it's for sale at Little C's Maps.
I do
and
have a
more.
request, though. So I have a special album cover request I want.
Oh, I'm going to make more map art.
Okay.
The next one's going to be a Jericho logo, probably.
It's amazing.
Maybe a Block Party logo.
I played a little bit this week. I'm trying to get Redstone and everything. I got quite a bit of it. And I started making observers so I can make my automatic sheep shearers and get that going. So maybe I can contribute a little bit to all this map art
Which
stuff
I
you're
did
doing.
make a
I
auto
like
sheep
building them
shearer now.
anyways. Yeah,
I made one
like
for
building them.
myself so
They're
I
fun.
can get wool.
And if you don't know, I think that's probably on our YouTube channel, isn't it? My tutorial for that. So go check that out. Yeah, you totally found the solution though. You have way more. You get to play more than I do anyways.
Yeah.
And you're faster at everything.
Yeah.
I am a sloth. That's why they call me Bearded Sloth, because
It
I
takes you
literally am that slow
3
at
years
everything.
to build a starter house.
Not in a hurry. What's your hurry? Gonna take a long time and we'll get through the podcast eventually. I was wondering, I'm going to put this out to our listeners because I don't know. If you're on Xbox and specifically newer generation Xbox and you play on servers and you use an app for that, that's kind of, it's not official and I'm not telling you to do it necessarily, but that's the way around not having it supported. What's your experience? Is it working for you on the newer generation? I've only been able to test it with our PlayStation 4, but we have a certain player in Jericho right now that seems to be having trouble. And I didn't know if it's Xbox related. Maybe it's, something with his network or what. So if you are using those apps that are out there, let us know what apps you're using and if it's working for you. That'd be much appreciated. I'm trying to think what I did in Minecraft. Just did a lot of mining. I know I mined like 1,200 blocks in one direction, and then I'd come back, and then I did it again. In the first one, I only got 5 diamonds in 1,200 blocks going in a straight line.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Welcome to Minecraft.
But then the next
This is
one, I got
why-
like 14.
This is why people complain about mining, but also I think it's a skill issue because every time I go mining, I get tons of diamonds. So.
Well, you did notice if you go on chunk borders, that
Yeah.
seems to help. So if you have a pack or anything to pick that out, or just divide by 16 and that'll
Yeah.
give you 2. That is kind of one of those things. I don't know what it is about generation right on chunk
'cause there's-
borders, but it seems to help,
Or it generates per chunk,
right?
and then there's a chance it doubles up, like, because you're mining
got
on the
it.
border.
Yeah.
I know it's a thing for netherite. I don't actually know if it's a thing for diamonds or not.
I don't know either. That'd be a cool
But it
test.
seems to work. It seems
Yeah, maybe
to.
we should do a science experiment with that. As far as real life this week, I did kind of switch to the dark side of the world of email. I call it the dark side. I've spent my 40 years of life so far staying away from Microsoft Outlook until I got my new job, and now I'm surrounded by it. So I even put it on my own personal laptop.
How dare you?
I know. I'm starting to get used to it. I don't like it, still don't like it, but I'm trying to figure it out. That way I can be more efficient at work and try to help people, because that's kind of my job, is knowing what they're doing and how can I help them fix it, kind of thing. I did get the latest state that was released in American Truck Sim this week.
Of course you did.
Arkansas it's really awesome though. Really great. They did a really good job on it. It's all about the logging. That's most of what Arkansas is. There's some other things going on there too. It was really, really cool to see some of the areas that I've been in, like way back when I was a truck driver. I've been there and I could see it, and I'm like, I know this intersection. I know this place. So that was really cool for me this week. That's what I've been up to. I've been trying to play Minecraft, which I did, and other games, kind of like you were doing for a while, where you're playing multiple games. You're still doing that.
Yeah.
What games have you been playing?
I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy a lot, trying to get through that. It's been
Nice.
fun.
Every time you start it up, the lights flicker in our house.
Yeah. And just on the
Are
circuit.
It's pulling way too much power.
It's not even pulling that much. Like, my GPU goes from pulling like 90 watts or something and then going to like 350. But that's not that many watts when you think about it in a house.
It's a lot. Well,
It's because
you
when
think we had Starlink for a while,
Yeah.
right? I think the max it pulled, even when the heat thing was on, it was like 180 watts for all of that.
Yeah, my GPU pulls double that basically.
Right. Yeah.
But
That's crazy.
It's because when I launch Hogwarts Legacy, it loads the shaders and everything and basically caches it at the intro of the
yeah.
game so that it doesn't stutter at all during gameplay, which
Nice.
is smart.
Yeah.
And a lot of games do that. It's just Hogwarts Legacy is fairly
So it's
graphically
basically
intense.
taking all the resources at one time at the very beginning.
Yeah, and it still uses them throughout the whole game, of course. But
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, it's always funny though. You see the lights flicker, and I'm like, oh, he must be playing Hogwarts again.
yep,
Anything else you've been doing this week?
a lot of school. Lots.
Yeah, school.
know,
How's that
that's-
going for you? Is
Uh-huh.
it a good year for you?
I don't know. How am I supposed to know?
Grades, tests. How are you doing? You know.
I'm supposed to pay attention to grades.
Oh,
Oops.
yes, it is important. You're finding that out as you're getting closer
Am
to the
I?
end of school. You're starting to figure out this might matter a little bit.
No, I mean grades matter, but learning doesn't.
Well,
that matters
that's
is
because you're
passing
at the
tests.
generation of, hey, just ask AI.
We
or
can
ask
look
Google.
everything up. We have calculators in our pockets. Take
that's
that,
not-
math teachers.
But it's not as efficient either when you can just have the info and go with it.
But I don't need to know advanced calculus.
Well,
Well, I'm not taking that, but
you
I don't need to know it.
you need to.
I don't need to know
the
how to
basics.
dissect a frog.
So this has been an argument for every single generation
Ever
throughout all the
existence.
years. Y'all say that, and then you grow up a little bit more, and then you
Uh-huh.
realize,
Okay.
oh, I should have paid
ha-
attention.
How often do you use like formulas that you learned in algebra?
I do actually,
Do
and
you?
there's some that I wish I knew off the
Do
top of my
you?
hand, and I didn't need to know.
Okay, keep telling yourself that.
I really like algebra, by the way.
I
We have another comment here from the live chat on our Discord right now. Is Minnesota in there? He's talking about American Truck Sim, I
No.
would assume.
It's not.
It's not there yet. I'm hoping they get up that way. I think the furthest they have north right now is Nebraska.
Maybe.
And then they're putting Iowa in there.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to put Missouri in there. They just released Arkansas. And they released another one. Was it Tennessee that they announced?
There wasn't anything like that yet.
There was something else they announced. I don't know which one it is. I just saw it the other day. So they're slowly moving across. Hopefully they'll get the whole country in. So it's awesome. They started only in California. Then they added Arizona. And that's all there was. So that's really cool. John Derry says he uses formulas from algebra in his welding.
Okay. Yeah, in some jobs you need it.
Well, that's what it is.
But
you don't. What are you going to do in life? You don't know yet.
I have an
So
idea of
we
what I'm
have
going to
give you
do.
a basis. All right, we could argue about this. Maybe we need an after-hours show and just talk about school and algebra
No.
for the whole show. How
And
would
then
that be?
Other stuff I did this week is filmed another one of the ministry commercials for church.
Oh yeah, nice. How'd that go?
Good.
How is the talent?
Good. Like fine. It's a very boring one.
Were they able to get it on the teleprompter and
Mhm.
make it work? And
Yeah.
awesome. And you're getting more comfortable with directing.
Yeah.
In that,
It's just
so
this one's very boring.
the
There's nothing
last
to do fancy
one,
with it.
the last one, you did a really good job with your editing and some of your extras.
It's annoying. I haven't had motivation to edit this one because I can't do any of the cuts or anything on it because it's not really done that way.
There's nothing to cut.
There's not really much to do to like do the zoom ins
Yeah,
and cuts.
it's not the most exciting ministry out there.
Yeah.
But it's important.
Yeah.
All right, well, that sums up our past week. I'm glad we get to talk about it. Let us know, too, if you enjoy us talking about Minecraft, of course, what we've been doing. But do you enjoy the real life stuff, too? I really want to know. Little C doesn't always get it why we talk about real life on the show. You've said that in the past.
Have I?
You have. I love talking
I've
about
said the
my real life.
opposite.
Oh, you like talking about both on our Minecraft podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. I like it too.
I've always said it should not
So.
just be a Minecraft podcast, but that's my unpopular opinion.
Well, that's what the After Hours show is for. And you can listen to the After Hours show by becoming a subscriber. Got to get the plugs in. Just don't tell them you're putting the plugs in. That's how this works, little C. All right, let's move on.
The past week of Minecraft info from Minecraft.net.
They made an announcement this week. Big announcement. Do you want to tell them? Do you want me to tell them? Most of our listeners probably already know.
Minecraft Live.
Yay!
Which isn't, nobody's excited for it anymore.
I am.
Because it's just
I'm still
different
excited.
now. It's not really the same. And I feel like after the past few years of Minecraft Live being kind of not as good as back in the day kind of thing, is kind of been disappointing. But it's on September 28th.
Yes.
1 p.m.
1
EDT.
p.m. Eastern
Daylight Time.
Eastern Daylight Savings Time.
Eastern Daylight Time.
Okay, that'll work.
EDT.
New York time. New York City time. Let's just say that. September 28th, 1 p.m. Love it. Minecraft Live. I look forward to it. I know people have mixed
I mean,
things.
I look
really enjoy
forward
it,
to
so.
it. It's just the past years have kind of sucked. Like with the shows aren't as good as they used to be.
I agree. Like way back in
They're
the
not
day when
it's not
they had
live
cardboard.
anymore. It's just
that's
very
true. It's very
not-
scripted.
Yeah, it's too scripted.
I gotcha. I understand that complaint for sure. All right, we did have official Minecraft Bedrock 1.21.30 came out this week, Tuesday, September 17th. There's an important notice, and this is kind of sad because we are PlayStation VR users. So if you have that, our ability to support VR has come to an end and will no longer be supported in updates after March of 2025. I'm not going to read all of that, but that's the gist, and I am very, very sad.
I'm not really sad.
I don't play it that often.
Yeah, I never.
But it's
play
really cool. It's just one of those things.
I just don't get why they don't add full, true VR support, like Java modding. Like, there's some cool mods and stuff with PC VR that you can use controllers as hands and have to actually punch freeze kind of thing, and they just never made it good.
Yeah, It, it was fun to see some of the builds, though. All right, experimental features in this actual update. Bundles.
Okay, but it's not in an actual update yet.
No, but you have the toggle right there and you don't have to play the beta preview. That's the point. A bundle is an item that lets you stack different blocks or items together in the same inventory slot. Different items normally don't stack together, so you can end up wasting space by only having a few items in each slot. A bundle lets you pack those items together so there is no wasted space. Bundles are still being polished in the preview and betas with bug fixes and tweaks, so you might spot some slight differences in this experimental version. There are known issues when moving items on touch devices. The wrong item icon may appear briefly. Bundles put in decorated pots given to an ally or moved through hoppers and droppers may lose their content. Ooh, I hope they can fix that one. Features and bug fixes. Numerous block related fixes and more block name flattening / split instances. Check the changelog for the full list of fixes. Added new vanilla block and item tags to support vanilla item tier level destruction speeds for data driven blocks. Kelp, seagrass, and turtle eggs can no longer be placed on any type of fence instead of just a subset of them. When crafting a firework, adding or removing items from the grid will update the output item appropriately. Added Q and E as left and right click equivalents in JSON UI menus, including inventory menus, when playing in full keyboard gameplay mode. Now, ominous bottle with lower level can still apply bad omen effect of lower level if player had one active before. Fixed a bug that caused placeholder textures to appear after minimizing and then restoring the game window. All right, some changes here to rarity. We have re-evaluated the rarity of all items and blocks in the game, or to more accurately reflect the current challenge of obtaining them given the following guidelines. So they're making guidelines on what should be rare, what shouldn't be, and being consistent throughout the game. Items and blocks become more rare depending on the following factors: the chance of finding it in a loot table, including mob drops, the amount of traveling required to obtain it, the difficulty of an obstacle which must be overcome to obtain it, the possible amount of that item or block which exists in the world. Any item or block which can be crafted must inherit the highest rarity of its crafting ingredients. For example, a mace has an epic rarity because one of its ingredients, the heavy core, has an epic rarity. Is that starting to make sense? So if it takes something super rare to make it, that item becomes also super rare.
I like the rarity system, and I'm glad Bedrock's finally got it, because even though it's confusing and no one knows what it is, I like it. I like seeing the different colors on stuff.
Yeah.
I just like that my Elytra is now pink or something. I just like
Nice.
the different colors.
Likewise, any crafted item which has only common crafting ingredients must also be common. And of course, full details are available in the changelog link. Touch controls. Improved new D-pad for touch controls. It is now more compact, includes back strafing buttons and a slightly extended zone outside where camera input is not received in order to prevent unexpected camera movement. When customizing controls, the diagonal buttons are visible as well. And fixes bug where the hide HUD command would not hide the D-pad touch control. And of course, many more fixes, technical changes, experimental fixes, and parity changes, all in the changelog. I always leave a link in our description of the podcast that gets you basically to all the changelogs on both Java and Bedrock. All right, that was a big one. I did have to update, our server with that, and I did update the Nook, so got practice doing that again. Pretty easy process. Next up, we have Minecraft Java Snapshot 24W38A came out the next day, Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. Changes here. Bundle models and textures have 16 colored variants, so you can color your bundles.
I heard a very good take on this. Cool. It's cool that you can color it, but they should be infinitely dyeable like a leather piece of armor. So that way it's not 16 new items in like the creative menu because Minecraft's getting very cluttered.
I wonder how that would work though, as far as keeping track of the inventory inside. I bet it's a coding issue there.
Maybe.
Shulker box coloring recipes are now shown in the recipe book. Throwing items out of your inventory very quickly in creative mode is now throttled. The data pack version is now 54, resource pack version is now 39. Temporary option for ignoring connection errors on client side, strict error handling, has been removed. Things on this snapshot for realms: updated the world creation screen for realms, enabled hardcore mode for realms, now uses the normal fully featured world creation screen, enables game rule customization, enables data pack customization. And again, that's Java snapshot. You think a lot of people use realms on Java?
Nobody uses realms on Java.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Okay. Bugs fixed. And usually these are the problems they had, and now they're fixed. On certain enchanted items, the anvil will display a too expensive message before attempting to repair, combine, or rename them. Subtitle for shooting amethyst blocks is block breaking. Shift clicking the destroy item slot in the creative inventory deletes the item server side but not client side, causing a desync. Minecart with furnace does not travel correctly over curves. Burning entity sound repeats every tick. Spruce boat item translation key misspells Minecraft. Oh, Minecraft without the R. I see. Good thing they fixed that. That's a big one. Game breaking there.
Unplayable.
And of course, there was more in there. And next up, we have Minecraft Bedrock beta/preview 1.21.40.22. Also came out Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. I was really excited to see this. I saw the Java one come out with the bundles and everything, and being able to dye them. I'm like, oh, I sure hope we get this.
They don't add new features anymore to one version. So
now it's experimental features. The bundle can now be dyed 16 different colors using dyes. So we have it there.
No
too.
way. You have to dye it with dyes? Who would have thought?
Features here in this beta preview: zombified piglins spawned by a nether portal now have 15-second cooldown before it can use the portal. Identical lodestone compass items now stack up to 64, matching Java edition. Jump boost now increases how high a breeze can jump. Added a new realm event. Can you find out what it is? They don't even tell you what it is. What's up with that? The Minecraft follow orbit preset is no longer behind the experimental toggle. Fixed issue with minecart stopping unexpectedly and then only being pushable in one direction. Fixed an issue that could prevent the player from respawning correctly. TNT explosions no longer reset momentum of other falling primed TNTs. This should fix an issue that were occurring with TNT cannons. There's all kinds of technical updates. I don't think I'm going to read through those. If you're interested, of course, find the link in our description for the full changelogs. All right, that's quite a week. I always love it when we get an actual update. The first thing I got to do, though, is download it, check the actual file, see if it's going to affect our packs, and it looks like it doesn't, so you should be good on all our packs. Let me know if you guys ever find something that's broken with that. I like to tinker and fix, so let me know on that.
Now it's time for
listener question.
Our first and only question comes from Kangamar. Hey guys, have you ever played with MagnetCraft? Check out www.magnetcraft.com. I don't work for them. I just think it looks cool. They are sets of Minecraft building blocks for kids and big kids, but they are magnetized so you can build like in the real game. They are a bit expensive, but it would be so cool to have all the sets and then just construct something enormous on our kitchen table.
So I have not. I tried to look it up, but I wasn't finding it anywhere, including that link. It didn't go anywhere. It looked like it's a broken site. I did find something very similar to what you're describing under the name Apollo Box, though. So I'm wondering if maybe it's different parts of the world they use different things, or if they changed names. But anyways, that looked really cool. I'd love to play around with it, especially when I was a kid. But as an adult, absolutely want to play with it.
I've never seen them in person, but I've seen them before around on the internet and stuff.
Yeah.
And they seem cool, but I think I'll just stick with Minecraft Lego. Or just regular Lego.
I like Lego. I like
Well, I'll
Minecraft.
just play
I like
Minecraft.
Lego Minecraft.
If I feel like building something in the style of Minecraft, there's this really cool thing called Minecraft.
There you go. That
There you
was
go.
one of the most fun Lego sets that I've built. That was all my own. I got my own Lego set not too long ago, and that's the Fox House.
The
It
Minecraft
was a
Lego
fun
sets
set.
are okay, but they're too simple for me.
Oh yeah, I'd love to have a bigger, more complex one, but you get what you get. All right, it's been fun. This is a great show. I'm glad everybody could join us. I'm ready to go though, so
Before we
I
leave,
wait, what?
we can't leave yet
Oh.
because it's time for Holy Bookworm's Joke of the Week.
Which hand is better to write with?
Neither. It is best to write with a pen. That's a good joke.
That's a pretty good one. I like that one. Thank you, Holy Bookworm, for giving us those every single week. We love them.
Every single week.
And if you want to hear her puns of the week, which is basically just like a joke without a question, I guess. I don't know how to describe that. Anyways, you can find that on her bonus show she does, The Noob Corner. She has a lot of fun doing that. She gets kind of stressed because she doesn't know, which makes the show what it is. She is completely a noob, so she tries to do research, but there's a lot of bad info on the internet, and she has to sort through some of that sometime. All right, little C. Anything else you want to tell the listeners before we go?
I've got nothing.
Well, I want to tell them to make sure they subscribe. I want to thank them for listening. The subscription, we need to talk about it. It's only 99 cents a month. It's the only way we have support right now. We'd really, really appreciate it if you could go click that button and become a subscriber. You get some cool stuff too. You get to listen to all the after hours shows and all of our episodes, including the first 49 episodes that are still there. They're just behind that subscription paywall. All right. If they have thoughts or questions, little C, is there something they can do with those?
They can tell us on our Discord or at contact@theblockpartymc.com.
Thanks for listening. I'm Bearded Sloth, and now I gotta eat my coffee.
And I'm Little C. Bye.